Alright guys, time to head over to Hayden's for to finish the S2000 up for the day. Let's get into it. It'll be a fun day. We got to do the car to get it ready to go. I got emissions this week to take over on this thing, but that'll be for its own video. But let's head over to Hayden's. Hello. So part 2 of the S2000 is going on here. The valve cover's on so far. We're finalizing everything and getting the spark plugs put back in, the ignition coils put back in as we speak.
What's this good? That was the one I'm trying to put in here. Oh, shit.
And
those are for these, aren't they? What?
Everything's looking good. What? This is really an attention grabber right here.
Those are for these in here, right?
Hayden's gonna have his hood up at events, and all you're gonna see is just this big red block. What?
That's the ones that go in there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
If we snapped the one for this in there, that's what happened.
But as long as everything goes to plan and we can get everything worked out, we might be doing one more thing to the S2000. And here's a hint at it, if you guys can get my gist.
Why is there still only 4? Is there one over there still? You had 2, right?
I put 2 in there, yeah.
But we're gonna wrap up putting this up. We're gonna get the final look at the car. I showed you guys last video, part 1 of this, what the car was doing, like how it looked on the table before we got there on the car. But I think it's gonna look even better with the with everything put together in the car. So I'm gonna come back to you guys when this is done. We don't have a lot to do. I just got here. They were already about 3/4 of the way done when I got here. So we'll see how it looks whenever we get done with it, and we might get started on the taillights depending on time constraints. All right, so we just got back from AutoZone. We had to move the truck out of the way so Michael could move his car.
Yep.
But we're gonna be fixing some bolts real quick.
Mistakes were made.
Like Call of Duty. It's like when you jump off the map.
Easy out.
There you go.
Sponsor
for today's video. But we got new bolts. We're replacing a lot of them because
don't want to have to replace more bolts.
Yeah, oldness. 18-year-old bolts. So we are replacing the majority of the bolts in the car, and everything's gonna come out real clean. So we're just currently tapping that guy out. I wasn't gonna mention it, but since Michael brought it up, it was snapped before I got here. So, but easy fix. Hopefully, as long as this easy out stuff works really good.
I've never even seen this stuff.
Never, no, I haven't either.
So you have to run this one in reverse. So if you ever use them?
Yeah.
So what does it do exactly? Does it like drill into the bolts?
And then get a close up.
Should drill into it and pull.
Getting in there?
Yeah, well, here in a second. It's going in. This has a hammer drill in it?
Huh?
Is this a hammer drill in it?
No.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Alright, let's see here. Looks like it's doing something. going on?
Might have to drill a pilot hole or something. Do you have any bits?
Yeah, they're not reversed if you said though.
That's fine.
All right. Yeah.
Small ones.
Yeah,
super
they're
small.
real small.
So,
We'll be back.
back after this commercial break.
So good.
So retarded.
So unfortunately, with our luck, the screw extractor snapped too. So now we've got a hardened steel screw extractor stuck inside the bolt that is stuck inside the engine. So we had to pull the valve cover back off. We're gonna try removing this piece right here that it's at the bolt's actually stuck in and get it out that way. We're really just running out of ways to get that out, and we've also got the other one snapped over there, but Hayden's gonna have to get a torque wrench so he can torque that back down to spec. Speaking of, here's the man, the myth, the legend. So we're gonna knock this out, and hopefully this car will be back on the road by the end of the night. Alright guys, so obviously you can tell there was a huge jump in the video, and let me just catch you guys up on everything just to close this video out. I know this wasn't the greatest of little vlogs, but basically to wrap things up, unfortunately the bolts that were snapped in the S2000 that were snapped inside of a cam, like the top piece of the cam, I forgot how his dad worded it, the cam cover stud. Unfortunately, I called around to several stores, being like, hey, do y'all have this? Do y'all have anything similar? I went through other variations of the F-Series motors that had very similar parts that Hayden's dad had pointed out, such as the F22B motor. We could not find anything, unfortunately. So Hayden is currently sitting basically with the assumption he has to order something. He can either go through eBay and order the entire set for $70 just to place those two bolts, or he has to go through he may be able to go through Honda to get just the two. Thankfully there's a lot of Honda dealerships around where we live, I should say, and we can easily source the part. So the S2000 will return. There's going to be some stuff coming for it this week that we probably will install. The car will not be drivable in its current state. It'll be the next part of the videos, and hopefully Hayden can get that part sorted, and he can get the car put back together very quickly. That way the car is drivable, hopefully in time for Caffeine and Octane next weekend. One of the parts won't be installed until later on this year, possibly next year, depending on how Hayden wants to go about things. The car is getting a complete makeover, let's say, and I think you guys, much like myself and Michael and everyone involved in this project, especially Hayden, as this is his vision for the car, I think you guys are going to love it. But all in all, guys, that'll wrap it up for this week's videos. Thankfully, it works out great for my school schedule because I film both videos on the weekend prior to this, like the time these videos are uploaded, so really saves time during the week. Sport track stuff will be coming back very soon, hopefully. In the near future, we'll be finally installing my keyless entry system. The only reason we haven't is kind of the burden that it's going to cause to install it. It's a lot of wiring. It's just a huge mess, and we just haven't got around to it just yet. So we'll be doing that hopefully sometime in the near future. I have to talk to my dad and get a free time because I don't know how to wire. I don't want to screw this up and ruin the electricity, the electronic items in the truck doing this. So I'd rather have someone like my dad or Michael as a backup, and even though he's already said he doesn't want to do it, as my backup, because both of those two are really good with wiring and they can both figure it out. So well, all that said, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning into the video. We're nearing 400 subs. If we haven't hit it already, like I said, I'm filming this on the weekend, so I don't know when we're hitting 400, but I got some stuff in store for the 400 sub special. I'll be working on that this week. I'll be editing these videos out as I go, but I got some stuff for the Switch project coming in. I've actually already got one thing done on it. I've been debating opening up a second channel. I do have the old G Adamson 1 channel. I mean, this is the original G Adamson 1 channel, as you guys already know, but I did create a second channel under that same name less than a year ago, and I'm probably going to repurpose that, rebrand that channel. and make it my like go-to gaming channel where I'll do little hit and miss videos every so often of gaming stuff like that. I'll probably I don't know yet. We'll be doing doing some vlogs over the launch parties for a couple of games this year that me and Hayden will be going to for the Switch at least. There's not a lot of games I'm really interested in that regard, so hopefully we can get everything worked out though. We can have a lot of fun with that. So all that said, guys, again, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next video.